Hey my love buttons, I am Bella Dutch. Welcome to my second channel. I'm going to release this video on the second channel. I want to move on to part 2 of the Deadliest Catch, but I got this energy that's pulling on me very hard. Now, if you have not already, make sure you are subscribed to my first channel, which is Allseeingeyetarot. Make sure your notification bell is pressed over there, because I'm telling you, I got some jewels I'm about to drop. And I wouldn't want you to miss out. And I never know what channel the information is going to go on. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel as well. And as well, make sure this notification bell over here is pressed as well, okay? Now, forgive my voice. My throat is jacked up. Let me take a sip of coffee here. Now, on my other channel, I used to do a reading called This Could Be You. It was a series. And I would just drop a random reading. It wouldn't be nobody's particular situation. I would just drop down the cards. And I would read from the cards. And that series did really good because it hit a lot of people's... Oh, excuse me. Pray for my esophagus. It touched a lot of people's situation. Okay? This message is totally intuitive. All right? And I go based off of the energy that's being pulled on. Okay? So, like, it's real hard for me to explain to you how I do what I do. I thank God for the gift that I do have, okay? But it's almost like, sort of like a schizophrenic moment, you know, how I would imagine it would be if I was schizophrenic. I start getting all these voices in my head pulling on the same question. And normally when it's like thousands of beings talking about this same topic, then that's when I'll usually drop a reading, okay? So, the message that keeps coming through to me is, Bella, I made a mistake. We broke up, and I don't know how to get it back. Okay? So there's a whole bunch of women all over the world. Men, same-sex relationships, whoever has the feminine energy. Okay? That are asking, they made a mistake in their relationship. Maybe they did something that is deemed unforgivable. They put their relationships at risk, and right now they don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. Okay? So this is from the This Could Be You series. And I'm just going to tell you what I see. All right? Now, if I get some zodiac signs that pops up, great. All right? But I'm going to almost say guaranteed that this is pointing towards earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, as well as air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay? And I have a few selects, maybe small fire signs. That could be like in the element of fire, but Aries. Okay, some Aries. Yeah, Aries big time. Okay. So, just work with me. I'm just going to go through these cards real quick and clear energy. Make sure you give me the thumbs up, okay? Don't come to my house without wiping your feet at the door. That's all I ask of you. All right? All this information is free. It's for entertainment purposes only. In the event that my stories, any reading that I give, touch your situation and you need more guidance, more information on your particular situation, click the drop-down box. The pricings are in the drop-down box on both channels. And you can hit me up at belladutch247@gmail.com, as well as allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. That's how you find me, okay? Now, I was also included in that deadline, that July 14th deadline, so I am very focused right now, and I told you guys I will drop readings, but it's not going to be my first priority, all right? My first priority is to get in this situation and to take home the crown, you know, grab my king up. I had talked to one of my best friends, Cricket, if you don't know her. If this is your first time on this channel, then you don't know who Cricket is, but Cricket, one of the closest friends that I've ever met here on YouTube, okay, We've been cool for a lot of years. Definitely give her a shout out. Her name is Cricket. Everybody knows her. But she texted me yesterday and she said, Bella, I heard the Deadliest Catch reading. She's a Leo like myself. Okay. And just so happened that she's included in this deadline. She didn't even know. But she said, Bella, it's time. I have watched you sacrifice your life, your health, your business, your family life, okay? Your relationships. I've watched you sacrifice. And it's time to get something for yourself. It's time, okay? So don't be sorry to be selfish. And I have to be told that because I told you my first priority is profit. That's what I am. That's what I do, okay? I work for God first. So God's business always comes first to me, all right? And I'm probably not like any prophet that you're used to, okay? Especially if you look at nowadays prophet, these new days prophets. I'm nothing like that, okay? I will literally walk across chairs. I will come to foreign states. I will come in crack houses. When God says, I want that soul, I'm coming for you, okay? And the prophet is on her way to Dallas, so I am going to be moving to Dallas, Texas. Somewhere around that area anyway, okay? I got business there. I don't even know what's there, but I just know that God said, I want you in Texas. So that's been my main goal, all right? Another thing I want to tell you guys, okay? I just want to tell you this. I already know that I'm a very powerful person, all right? I know that. But for the sake of us being able to feel comfortable during a reading, if you book a reading with me, okay? For the sake of me being able to deliver the message, I would be honored if you would not put me on a pedestal, if you would just see me the same way you are, okay? Because I'm no different. I just have a little bit more power maybe, okay? But at the end of the day, I've been through a lot of things, all right? And it doesn't help to praise me, all right? It makes my job extremely difficult. I have to deliver messages that are not, they're not pleasing, you know, to what people want to hear, all right? Sometimes I say, Lord, why did you use me? You know, why is it me? Why can't I give the little funny videos or, just be a friendly person? Why is it always I'm coming with a sword and I'm ready to spit fire? God says, get it together or else, like it's always been that way my whole life. And I struggle with that. Even, here on YouTube, I struggle a lot with delivering messages because I can be quite compassionate. The worst thing in the world is for me to talk to somebody and they get to crying and shit. All right. They get to crying and hurting about their situation because it pulls on a string inside of me that just it probably makes me do a lot of things I'm not supposed to, fix your situation, give you the man back because you're crying and on the floor somewhere, girl. You know what I mean? Like, that has always been my weakness. I don't like to see nobody broken. My women, my men, anybody, okay? I'm not sexist. Listen, I work for God. At the end of the day, if it's a man, if it's a woman, it does not matter. But I am a regular girlfriend of yours. I want you to think in that manner, all right? You're just going to have a conversation with me. And I am going to deliver, and I'm going to deliver everything God wants you to know on that phone. And I can almost guarantee it's going to change your life. So I just want to warn you, okay? Because this is a new channel, and a lot of you don't know me, all right? If you have not been over there on Allseeingeyetarot, you don't know who I am. I've been here for about 8 years, okay? When you come sit in my chair, I need you to understand there's probably going to be a nervousness. You're probably going to shake when I call your phone. Listen, Linda. I have a job to do, and I'm going to do that job. I have been cussed out. I've been hung up on. Listen, I've been through the works, all right? But just know that it's all in love, and it's all for your growth, your advancement, okay? It's not easy for me to do, okay? Because nobody wants to hear anything bad. Nobody wants to hear anything negative, all right? So when the prophet comes, guess what? It's not going to be all good. I hate to tell y'all. But the truth of the matter is, it's not going to be all good. I'm probably going to cut deep into the things you lack and the things that are standing in the way and keeping you from progress. And especially right now, because we got a big war we're about to go through. Okay, it's about to be real hard times down here. So I've noticed that when God speaks to me now, it's almost as if I feel punished. Like you know, I ain't gonna go into all that. I'll just say, listen, Linda. When you come and talk to me, I need you to understand something. I am not your lottery winner. Oh, tell me what's the lottery numbers and tell me, am I going to have good luck in my life, or am I going to, should I take this job here, and, stupid shit, mundane. Okay, there's a whole bunch of wannabe prophets around YouTube, around these YouTube streets that you can reach out to and be lied to. But when you talk to me, you have to understand your life is going to change. I work through problems, period. Okay? I'm not your lucky charm. I work through problems. I'm not even allowed to see your life if there's no problems in it. Okay? Period. There shouldn't even be any tarot readers or psychics if they're here to report good news. What the fuck do you need them for? You get what I'm saying? Like, if everything's going good in your life, then why are you reaching out to psychics? Like, you reach out to a psychic when you're sick and you can't figure out why you keep recreating patterns in your life. All right. Another thing is, I may talk a lot in the beginning of my conversation, whenever I'm doing a video, whenever I call your house, okay, on the phone, I talk. Pay attention to what I say in the beginning before the cards are laid, because I'm already talking. I'm already prophesying to you. All right. I never do anything in redundance. I never do anything to make myself look better. All right. I'm not happy with, the struggle that I had in my life, but I don't know anything else. Okay. I'm not happy. Like I told you guys, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It's a very difficult task. Chasing God is very difficult. Okay. And a lot of times, when God speaks back, it's not going to make much sense to you. All right. Especially early in the beginning, it takes years to understand why God takes you through certain situations. Okay. I'm saying all that because I'm trying to break the ice, because I know this is going to be a very difficult reading for a lot of you. Bella, I lost him. I broke things up between me and my husband, me and my wife. I don't know how to put it back together. I am afraid. What do I do? How do I fix this? Now, first I need you to understand that none of us is perfect, all right? We are going to make mistakes as long as we are down here on this planet. We are going to make huge mistakes. We are going to destroy a lot of things, okay? Don't beat yourself up about it, all right? If you made a mistake in your marriage, trust and reassure that the next person they go to is going to make other mistakes as well, okay? The whole purpose of being down here is to become the best you, okay? To be God-like in essence. Therefore, you got to get rid of all that, egotistical thing that drives you, the carnality of it. Okay. And in doing so, you're going to go through a lot of different experiences where you're going to fail at. You're going to feel they failed, but it's not a failure to God. It's all learning. It's all training. It's all teaching. All right. So, that's the first thing I need you to get in your head before I begin to lay these cards. Okay. The second thing I need you to get in your head before you even watch this video, if this is already too much for you, go on and click out. All right. Go ahead and click out. But if you are driven, if you're at your wit's end and you really love someone that you feel you made a terrible mistake with and you don't know how to fix it, you have another woman in your relationship, another man in your relationship, and you feel you lost your partner, then this is going to be the video for you, okay? Secondly, I need you to ask yourself, do I want it? Do I really want it? Okay, because every time I've ever asked God for anything in life, God always said, how bad do you want it? All right. So you need to understand that. What I just said to you, how bad do you want it? Do you really want it? Or what are you willing to give up in order to get it? Okay, because a lot of you lost these relationships because of your behaviors. Okay. Deep traditional behaviors that you've learned from people your parents, your grandparents, okay, that made it okay, but it's not okay because it has been destroying you in your own relationships. The same way it may have destroyed your mom, your grandmoms, your greats, their relationships, aunts, uncles, friends, all right? You can't go and get advice from somebody who has failed relationship after failed relationship. You don't see no growth out of that person, then getting advice from that person is not, wise. It would be the blind leading the blind. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Do you really want it? And how bad do you want it? And what are you willing to lose over it? Okay? Because when I say lose over it, because God will ask you, how bad do you want it? And then the third thing usually requires something that you have to dump off of yourself that makes the relationship impossible to hold on to. All right? So that might be the way you communicate, the way you talk, your behaviors, the way you conduct yourself. Your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend does not feel safe with you. You're a liability. Okay? You're a liability. You're wild. You're unkept. You take love and you take it out of context and you use it as a weapon to destroy a person. That's not love at all. Okay? So those are the three things I want you to focus on. I want you to ask yourself before you keep going. All right? All right, let's go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to pause it, and I went ahead and did my prayers, and I just laid the cards. Now, the way these cards are set up is exactly what I would do if you were to have like a mini flower on the wall, or if you had an actual flower on the wall. All right, now this is going to be a mini, of course, because I'm not reading a particular individual. All right, so this is general, so I'm just going to talk about the story that's in front of me. Okay, now if it resonates with you, so be it. Then maybe this is your word. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's talk about this. Okay, so the way I'm gonna frame the question, or the way I frame the questions, would be the first four cards is going to tell me about any secrets that your partner, your ex, the one that you're having problems with, whether it's your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, whatever the case may be. Okay, it's going to tell you about that. Okay, whether they're in a relationship with someone else, these four cards are going to tell me that, and it's also going to tell me any secrets that they're keeping from you. All right, and just a little bit about the past. The second set of four cards is going to tell me how they feel about you. Do they want you back? What's the motive if they do come back? Okay, which will give you an ability to know, like, is this even worth fighting for? This is pretty much my story that you're telling, Bella. I don't even think it's worth fighting for. Okay, because such and such comes up or whatever. These last four cards is the advice that Spirit is giving you as far as the situation. What you should do about it. Should you stick it out? Should you fight for your relationship, or hence your marriage? Or should you just let it go? Okay, is it already dead? And these last three cards that are sitting up here is the advice cards that Spirit want me to reiterate to you as far as how they see the situation, sort of like from the outside looking in, what advice they can give you about the partner that you're connected to. Okay, so we got one court card that came up, and it's the King of Cups. All right, so this one person that we're talking about is going to represent someone who happens to be a Cancer, a Pisces, or Scorpio. All right, this could be a married man, married individual. All right, you're married to this person. It could also be you in this situation. Okay, as well as it's going to be someone who may self-medicate on alcoholism. All right, alcoholism, drugs, bitches, Linda, okay, etc. All right, so let's go back to the past, and let's talk about the way that your relationship was entered into. Okay, all right, so the first thing I see going on, looking at the Five of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands, the Magician, and the King of Cups, what this is telling me is that at the time that you and this person met, both of you were broken. Not just one of you, both of you. Both of you may have been in between jobs, financially depleted, felt as if you had no one out here to help you in this world. Okay, so you share a common pain. All right, the attraction, the initial attraction between the both of you was that you can sympathize with one another. you could feel where that other individual is coming from, the guy, you know, or the woman, okay? You could feel where they're coming from, all right? And you felt quite comfortable. The Nine of Wands is symbolic of when this person may have looked at you, they seen you as a true fighter, all right? Now, you could have been some sort of celebrity. The whole bottom line is talking about when an individual goes through a fight, all right? When you go through a fight, all right? And your fight was shown in the public eye, all right? Maybe you do Instagram or YouTube, or you talk a lot, all right? So people know that you've been through some things in your life, all right? And what intrigued this person, this water sign individual, to get with you in the first place was the fact that you could take a lick and keep on kicking, all right? So at the moment you were bruised, you were battered. Now let me tell you where you went wrong at with this individual. In the event that you're dating this water sign male, okay? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This individual looks like maybe he came out of a relationship. All right. He came out of a relationship at the time, and he's not driven. All right. He's not driven. And the reason I say that is because the Magician is over top of his head and the King of Cups is under him. All right. Now, if he was on his shit and he was somebody that get out here and get it how he live, you know, make money or whatever, someone that you could truly depend on, then the King of Cups would have been up top and the Magician would have been down the bottom. All right, meaning that he actually manifests. This would be under his feet. Okay, the Magician being over top of his head is everything he's aspiring to be. It's not him have conquered it. All right, so he doesn't know the true meaning of life yet. All right, he could be quite lazy, jumping from job to job. He's a water sign, so it could represent that he's quite a gigolo, you know, one of them guys that needs somebody to take care of them. All right, can't really make it on their own 2 feet alone. Okay, now that's the first chemical imbalance in this relationship. Hold on, y'all. It's hot as shit in here. I got to turn this heat off. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. It's hot as hell in my house. I felt like I was gonna faint. Okay, so yes, your first mistake was going after someone who doesn't have the ability to catch you, doesn't have the ability to run you, can't tell you shit. You were probably in charge of the relationship, because it shows more strength on your side, okay, which is telling me that, yeah, you may be going through some things and you may be in between jobs right now and you may be flat broke on your ass right now, all right? However, you have fight inside of you. Whereas this person doesn't have much fight inside of themselves. You have to watch with this Magician being over top of their head. It kind of reminds me a bit of the trickster. So this could be somebody who, you know, lives off of women, men, okay? Somebody who is looking for, what they call it, clout chasing, or looking for somebody to take care of them. All right, so you're going to run into a lot of issues with the King of Cups being under the Magician like that, okay? Someone who's just downright lazy and don't know how to create for themselves. You'll be playing mommy to this person forever, okay? Now, remember I told you that this person was getting out of a relationship. Now, when I look into the past, looking at this Six of Cups with this Six of Swords, I know that there were children involved in a relationship. It could be 2 children to be exact, okay? 2 children that were involved in the previous relationship that your partner was in, all right? Now, whether that was his 2 children, her 2 children, or just 2 kids that they claimed, okay? It was 2 children that they left behind. The Six of Swords being here is a sort of like, you have to watch out for this, because it pretty much says that what was on their mind at the time. See, these type of, look, can I keep it 100, y'all? Y'all want me just to go do the Bella Dutch? All right, listen. You got to watch out for these type of ninjas, all right? Because these type of ninjas are the type of individuals that will be in a relationship. It's not working with their current relationship when it comes to financial, all right? Their ex may have been the breadwinner, the one to take care of everything, okay? And maybe she has a mouth on her and she put this man down time and time again. Okay, now even though he might claim her 2 kids, watch her 2 kids, or even have 2 actual children by her, she takes care of everything by herself. Okay, now this is the motivation that drove this man to go out here and to attract you. Okay, so even though this says the Five of Pentacles, and you might say, well, Bella, this it represents a person that's broke right now. Yeah, they're broke, but they get the Nine of Wands. And I know very well that people that are usually on roller coasters like this, one minute you got some money, the next minute it's down, one minute you got some money. These are true fighting people. These are people that God usually take through a roller coaster. But these are also the type of people that God take care of that don't need a physical job. All right. I know this very well. I mean, I live this. Okay. So it kind of represents that the way that this person, you, the one that's watching this, the way that you get paid or the way that you make your money, okay, may be through strife and struggle. Obedience is better than sacrifice. So you could be a prophet yourself or prophetess. You could be a light worker. You're someone who works for the kingdom, okay? And the more souls you collect, the more God allots the money. All right, now those type of people don't never have anything in the bank account, but whatever the fuck they need, they can get in seconds, literally, okay? So these are hustling individuals. This man seen that potential in you. The problem is this man is getting out of a relationship with someone who it doesn't look like they had many problems. So when it comes down to chemistry and compatibility between your dude that you just recently lost or whatever and his ex, they were very compatible. Okay, meaning as far as like they had a lot of chemistry together. They probably had a lot of fun in their relationship, but you know, when times get hard, love can go straight out the fucking window when bills is due and you're taking care of somebody that will not help you. All right. Now, I don't like the Six of Swords being here because it kind of looks like this man, he was broke as hell. The family was broke. They fell on hard times. So he gets out of this relationship and he gets into a relationship with someone else, someone that can provide more. That was the motive. All right. Now, it's a possibility that maybe you were with this person for maybe 5-6 years, okay? I'm going to say 5-6 years, all right? You were actually in a relationship with this individual, okay? However, it wasn't supposed to last that long. It was supposed to be like a quick lick on you. Like whereas this person was supposed to come over, get the bag, and take it back home to this woman with these 2 kids, okay? That's how it was supposed to be. However, when they got over into your lifestyle, this other woman over here, okay, she started to feel quite jealous and give him ultimatums. Okay, you see how these people's backs is turned towards one another? Don't ask me how I know. Look, just look. You see? See this? Okay, see this? I know this is a third-party situation, okay? And I know that this woman may have grown bitter because that wasn't the plan. Nigga, you were supposed to go over there and get the bag and bring the bag home to me and your kids. Instead, you fell in love with the chick, and now you done been with this woman for 4, 5, 6 years or whatever, okay? And that was not the plan. So she may have pushed him away, okay? Now, this is deja vu to me because if this is a fucking Cancer, Linda, hold up, I need a drink. Oh my God. This is a Cancer. They are so with this shit. Like, this just reminds me of a story of a Cancer man because they do this often. Like, a Cancer man could be in a full-blown relationship, in love with a woman, but if he doesn't have any money at that moment, any means necessary, he'll get out here and get it how he lives. So if he got to mess with a chick, make the chick feel like he's in love with her or whatever in order to get the bag, he'll do that, okay? But sometimes God got things in store. This man that messed around and hooked up with a child of God. Okay, he didn't mess around and hooked up with a child of God, which means that this woman never get lump sums to where she's able to give him enough money to go back and take care of her. All right. Say God ain't good, Linda. Go ahead. I dare you to say God ain't good. Because he's watching your back even though you don't know. You're just living your life falling in love with someone, believing that you got somebody that can connect with you, that understands you, you know, that's with you. Okay. That you're not even focused on his demeanor, his sneakiness, you know, when he's away from you, the shit that he does. Okay. Now, this is speaking about now. Okay. So right now at this moment, I have to keep it 100 with you. Don't get mad at me, Linda, but I got to keep it 100 with you. So you might say, well, Bella, this shit sounds so much like my story, but how do I know you're talking to me? Well, I'm talking to you if this man is with this woman now, because it looks like he went back to her. That's where he's at. Okay, that's where he's at. And he could be acting a total ass towards you with this Seven of Wands being here. Okay, now, the reason he's acting a total ass with you is because he expected to go further with you in the relationship, and he has not gotten any further. All right, so when he got to go with his tail between his legs and he got to go back to see this bitch, she's looking at him like, motherfucker, you left me, you left our kids, and you went after this fucking whore and you ain't even get no money? You should feel ashamed of yourself. So she's beating him down even more. Okay, and for some reason, you know, he wants to do nothing but please her. Give me 1 second. Connect with me. Oh, I'm gonna find the shits, Linda. Y'all know I'm gonna find it. Don't play with it. Clarify that Six of Cups for me. Ooh, okay, here we go. Page of Swords. Look, Seven of Swords and a Knight of Cups. So he snuck back to this woman. This is where he's at. All right. This is him keeping a secret, acting like, no, I ain't go back with her. You know, I'm just getting myself together. He lying his ass off, okay? Now, let me tell you something. I know you're hurting, and I know you clicked on this channel, you clicked on the message because you're dealing with that situation, and you want to know how you could fix things between you and this person, you and this guy, you and this woman. All right, but I'm going to tell you something. And people will tell you, you know, people that have been with me for a long time will tell you, Bella Dutch will never tell you to leave your husband, your wife, unless she sees something that's unworkable. And I'm going to tell you this, in the event that this is you, okay, and you're married to this person. Let's just say you're legally married to this water sign person. Clarify that King of Cups for me real quick. Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're legally married to this individual. One more. If you're legally married to this magician, yeah, see, Emperor. I told y'all, always listen to what I say because I am the cards, all right? I am the prophet that is speaking to you, and God's not going to let me get up here and tell you no bullshit. I don't do that, all right? Just to make you feel good and to get donations from you and money. I barely even get donations. I'm very grateful when you guys donate to me, okay? But I very rarely get donations, okay, to be honest with you. Any event that you're legally married to this water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you recently had a breakup. Now, he has went back to this ex-girlfriend, this woman with these 2 children, all right? I'm going to tell you, this is one of those moments where I'm going to warn you, divorce his ass. Yes, do that, please. Okay, now, and that might be like, oh my God, Bella, I didn't want to hear that. I know, baby, I've been there. All right, I'm not talking to you dumb as shit. Bella Dutch already been married, Linda. Okay, I was already married to a Cancer man and been through this shit. Listen, Linda. Okay, if I tell you to divorce him, it's because I don't see no way that you can work this out. Now, I'm going to tell you why I say divorce him. I say divorce him because these 2 motherfuckers is plotting. Okay, they're plotting. See, this Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, Knight of Cups. All right, so this right here, being on that Six of Cups, is pretty much her convincing him. All right. And you know what's so fucked? I didn't even realize that, Linda. If you're married to this motherfucker, okay? If you're legally married to this man, that's so bad. Linda, I'm really talking to you. If you're married to this motherfucker, that means, I'm telling you, his goal was never to be with you and to love you because he's in love with you. No, his goal was to come get the bag from you. Okay, you must be somebody out here in this world, all right, because his goal was to come get the bag from you and take it back to her and take care of him and his 2 kids with her. All right, now you guys are broken up right now. Spirit is urging me to drop this reading, and he's urging me to drop this reading because he's trying to protect those of you that are sick. You're physically sick right now. Okay, you don't know what to do without your husband, without your wife. All right, and I say husband because I'm talking to you women who are married to this fucking man. Okay, I'm talking to you. If this sounds like your story, Bella Dutch never tells lies. Okay, if you're married to this man, divorce him, and I'm gonna tell you why to divorce him. Okay, and looking at that Seven of Wands with that Temperance, you probably say, no, I'm not going to divorce him, Bella. If I divorce him, he's just going to go marry her. Well, let me tell you something, Linda. If you don't divorce this motherfucker, he's going to take you for everything you own. Okay? That's why I'm telling you to let him go. They're plotting. So it kind of says, okay, well, she's in his ear telling him, all right, well, you married to the bitch. You got to go back and you got to, deal with that marriage or whatever. Okay? But It's almost as if she's scheming, telling him to get information, personal information. This is the Seven of Swords. So this is about getting information, keeping your shit up under your sleeve, not voicing. So it's like you get your ex-boyfriend back, your ex-husband come back or whatever. He act like he's in love with you, and I just want to fix things. Be aware of that motherfucker that talked all kind of shit to you, and then all of a sudden he's just trying to be nice and trying to work his way back in your life. I'm telling you, he's trying to take you for everything you own. This little bitch, whoever she is, okay, she hates you. She doesn't like you because he married you. All right. And I'm telling you, it was never meant for him to marry you. It was meant for him to come and use you. You can listen to me or you don't have to, Linda. Listen, I'm just a messenger. Clarify that Seven of Wands. Let's go to that Seven of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, Linda? Break me down on that Ace of Cups. That looks like children, babies. Hold on. Clarify that Ace of Cups. Knight of Swords. Tell me more. And the King of Cups. Break me down on that Seven of Pentacles. I just did a reading over at Allseeingeyetarot, okay? The Intuitive Weekly, and it almost reminds me of that, okay? It looks like there may be a Taurus individual that I'm looking at, all right? This is a Taurus woman, all right, that comes and says that she's pregnant, okay? She could be saying she's pregnant to hold on to this guy, especially if this is your husband, like I told you. If you're married to a water sign, you better watch this shit. Another thing is that I could be telling a story from a different perspective. So what are you saying, Bella? Okay, well, I could be talking to somebody who may have... Okay, wait a minute. We got the Eight of Swords, the Magician, and the Emperor on the King of Cups. So maybe this is a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Okay, that may be pregnant. And maybe she's holding on to this guy. Okay, because she is pregnant. All right, but recently there's been some infidelity. Now, if I look at the Magician over top of this King of Cups, and we got the Page of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Cups, I would say that there's something about this guy, something sneaky that he's done behind this water sign's back. All right, there's something sneaky that was done behind this water sign's back. All right, because this looks like the era of maybe a pregnant Taurus, a pregnant Capricorn. This is an earth sign. Okay, so this is like pregnancy that comes in. All right. Now, for some reason, I have a hard time believing about this. I'm gonna tell you why I have a hard time believing this is a pregnancy, a real one, anyway. Because of the fight. Looking at the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands would be somebody who tries to defend their position. So if I'm looking at a couple that had recently broke up, maybe these two people are married, all right? Maybe these motherfuckers is married. He then went back to his ex-girlfriend. I could even see maybe Taurus, Capricorn woman, maybe you're lying about pregnancy and you're using that as a means to get him back. Maybe because this is a very desperate moment. You're not used to this guy rejecting you the way he's rejecting you. But I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to say this. I can't say that you're not pregnant. I'm just going to say that you're using a pregnancy in order to hold on to him, okay? Because you might be pregnant, all right? A lot of you could be pregnant. It came out of nowhere in order for you to hold on to this guy. Okay, now in the event that you're a cross watcher, maybe you are a Taurus or a Capricorn woman and you want a guy, okay, and this guy is in a relationship with a Scorpio Pisces, or maybe he is Scorpio Pisces, okay, you want this man. The Eight of Swords, the Magician, and the Emperor being there says that he's about to father a new child. So you can't really have him because it kind of looks like water stays with water, okay? Or like air stays with water or something like that. Maybe one's an air sign, maybe another's a water sign or something like that. These two stay together. So it's really a hard time for Taurus and Capricorn going after water. So if your significant other or partner happens to be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, beware of pregnancies. I would hate to see this. The reason I would hate to see this is because this is the worst time to get pregnant by this person, whoever this water sign is. You know, that would be the worst time because there's no love there anymore. You know, now it's like grimy shit. I got something up my sleeve. I'm going to take you broke. I'm going to take you for everything that you own, bitch. That type of thing, you know? Looking at the Nine of Pentacles with the Justice card, this is on the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles will represent, something that you got to wait for, or like a birth. You're pregnant, okay, but maybe you're only 2 months, or maybe you're a month along in pregnancy, all right? But with the Nine of Pentacles being there in Justice, it says you're going to end up alone anyway, all right? So I wouldn't even, maybe you're contemplating, you're like, Bella, should I get an abortion? Or is it going to work out between me and my husband, or me and my boyfriend, or me and my girlfriend? Or, maybe you're asking the question, should you keep the baby? Okay, and I'm going to say this to you. If you are a Capricorn, Taurus individual, and your baby's father happens to be a water sign, I'm going to say that I don't like to, I love children. I do, Linda. I do. I can't even believe this is about to come out of my mouth. Help me frame it, God. All right, here it goes. If you're having the child because you wanted children, and you love children, and you don't need him, then absolutely have your child. But if you're having the child because you want to hold on to him, no. You might as well get to the nearest abortion clinic. That's the best way I can deliver that, okay? All right. Let's move on. All right, so the advice card. Not the advice. Well, it is advice. Spirit tells you what to do. All right, so we got the Ten of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. This represents having a lot on your plate at this moment. A lot on your plate. A lot on your plate. This is heavy energy. 2 tens. 2 tens will represent endings, okay? Endings and brand new beginnings being right around the corner. I almost get the sense that Spirit is saying to you, person that's watching this, how much will you put on your plate with this guy? How much will you love him? How much will you hold on to something that's dead? Why do you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results? Spirit clearly doesn't like the constant repetitiveness of being on the karmic wheel, meaning that you're not growing through this situation. The situation has run its course. You've taught it everything that you could teach it, and they've taught you everything you can teach it, or vice versa. So there's no more productivity in this relationship, so it's inevitable that it's going to break up. All right, so it is coming to an end, period. Okay, now with the Page of Swords and the Seven of Cups being there, okay, I hear this in my ears that while you're busy being a stalker, because you could be stalking. I think this is you. I don't think it's them. I honestly think it's you being a stalker. While you're busy being a stalker, your next partner, the person that you're supposed to be with, is watching you. So it's like a boomerang effect. Maybe you're afraid to let go of this person. Maybe you feel like this is the best you can do. This is all you got, And I do understand that because I've been there before. Bella, I don't know how to divorce. What am I going to do after divorce? Or, I can't lose publicly to this woman. I done talked all kind of shit. Now I can't let this woman take my husband from me. Or, a lot of people are doing shit for the ego and not really for the sake of love. It could be that you've been at war with this chick for a long time, and for her to win, it's just, you can't live with that. You know what I mean? And that's why I asked you, how bad do you want it? Because how far are you willing to go in order to get someone who's not even really right for you, who's not in love with you anymore? How far are you willing to go? I'm not even about to point my finger and say I'm better than you, because I've already played my game. And you might say, well, Bella, what did you do when you was in a situation? I mean, I was in a situation. I had a whole husband. He was a water sign, Cancer nigga. Okay. He was cheating on me. First, I reacted by kicking his ass out. My grandmother told me not to do that. She said, you dumb bitch. What the fuck did you expect him to do? You just gave him to the other woman. I changed the locks on my house. I took his clothes down to my aunt's house and said, you no longer live here since you want to stay out all night. That was the worst thing I could have ever done, because he moved in with her for 2 weeks. Yes, the Bella Dutch lost a few times. However, he moved in with her for 2 weeks, and then one day it just got inside of me. He was calling me, whispering and shit, He was at her house and he was whispering. And something happened inside of me when I heard that. I said, let me tell you one motherfucking thing. I am your wife. The only motherfucker you should ever be whispering for is me. You over this bitch's house, your side mistress's house, whispering to your wife. Are you crazy? I said, I'm going to tell you this. I'm sending a car to get you. If you're not here within 5 minutes, you might as well catch that next train to Maryland and never come back to Pennsylvania. I'm done. I meant it. I meant every word. And I already went through the bullshit. I already kicked this damn girl's door down. I already got a restraining order on me. The fight was gone. It was just as if I had to stand there and face reality. Either the man love you or he don't, Bella. You can't keep fighting this man. You're destroying yourself fighting for a motherfucker that he either want to be there or he don't. All right? So I gave him an ultimatum. And if he was not going to come home and be here in 5 minutes, I was done. Oh, I meant that. It would have killed everything in me, but I would have done it. Because I don't believe in saying something about, saying something to a man. Like, don't you tell him, like, you do that, I'm done with you. You might as well go find another woman because I ain't never taking you back. I have never been the type of woman to make idle threats. If I tell you I'm leaving you, then I'm probably leaving you. 9 times out of 10. Okay? So, he got there in 5 minutes. Actually, he got there in 3. Okay? And I'm thinking I won. But in reality, no, bitch, it was already gone. When he cheated on you, it was gone. But I had to learn that. After he then came home and started up the same shit 2 months later, then I realized that, I married a man that wasn't mine. And that's when I first learned that the saying in the Bible, what God has put together, let no man separate. I learned that God never stated those words. Man did. Okay? I learned that. I used to believe that very strongly. I come from a church, a family full of church members. My mother's a minister. So, what God has put together, let no man separate it. I believe that. And when I prayed for God to stop my husband from cheating and move these women away because it's adulterous for these women to covet another woman's husband, and God said to me, I didn't say that. I said, what you mean you ain't said? It's in the Bible. That's man's words. Those are men's experiences of me. I didn't say that. I told you it's best not to marry because you don't own anyone. But you got to learn that for yourself. I learned it, but you have to learn that. It makes no do how if I tell you. You have to feel that for yourself. Nobody can tell you when to leave your husband or your wife. You have to feel that on your own. If I had a chance to do it all over again, when my husband stepped out on me, cheated on me, what would I have done? I would have let him go because I would have known that once the man crossed those lines, he go lay up with another woman, my bed is defiled and I can never get the sacredness of it back. I know that now, but I didn't know that back then. So I really need you to think long and hard on whether this is the person that you want to be with. Clarify that page of swords for me. Let me look at that. 2 of Cups. 3 of Swords. Let's see, this is crazy. 4 of Swords. Okay, bust me down on that 7 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. See, that's what I want to get into. That 7 of Cups. Break me down into this 2 of Pentacles. Let me look at that, please. Knight of Cups and the Emperor. Okay, give me the other hand. 7 of Wands and a 5 of Cups. Okay, so remember I told you that you're stalking. It looks like you're stalking, maybe looking at what your ex-husband is doing. I think this is about a woman. I really believe that I'm talking to women. Okay, if it's not an actual female anatomy body parts, it's a gay man who identifies as a woman. Okay, but this says to me that you're watching your husband, the one that left you, and you're watching everything that they're doing, and this is worrying you sick. This is making you extremely sick right now. Spirit is basically telling you to back completely off, because you won't win that way. All right, they're telling you back off and keep your mouth shut. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand's doing. All right, because it's kind of like your husband is already expecting you to do a certain thing because you've done it so many times. Your word makes no, your word don't hold no weight with this person, because you say all the time, I'm gonna leave you. You say all the time, I'm done with you, and then take them back. Like, your word is shit to this person. So the only thing they have to go by is your actions. Okay, so let's just say, all right, Bella, I don't give a fuck what you see in them cards. I still want my husband back. Okay, I don't care about none of that. I am not done in my heart. I still want my husband back. What do I do, Bella? If this story resonated with you, I'm going to encourage you, spend the money on yourself and come see me. Okay? That's number one. All right? Everybody's situation is different. And until you get the money together to come see me, shut the fuck up. Do you understand that? Shut the fuck up. No social media. No talking to mutual friends. Nothing. All right? Go AWOL. Completely AWOL. That is going to give you a better leadway than you running your mouth. Okay? Because it kind of looks like you're saying shit that is, you're losing this person. All right? You're saying stuff out your mouth that's very hurtful, that's making you lose this person even more. All right? Another thing. For those of you that are going to leave, and it's like, Bella, I can't do it no more. I can't take no more. You actually have a person right around the corner for you. All right? I'm talking about as soon as you leave your husband. As soon as you deal with that divorce. You got a soulmate already ready to come through the door. That's great. That's reassurance. God knows that it's hard for you to take it. God knows that I don't know how to be a girlfriend. I don't know how to start dating again. God knows that. God knows that you went in this situation with your whole heart, purely. And sometimes it's sad that you can't get the same in return. So God has already set up something for you. But you got to let it go first in order to see it. Okay? As of right now, you might say, well, Bella, you sure that God got something for me? Because I don't see nothing in sight. Well, you do see him in sight. It's just that your guard is so far up. You can't focus on nothing but this person. That Page of Swords being there, you're probably looking through their whole fucking social media, everything about them. You're probably calling other friends to ask them what they know about what your ex-husband is doing. It. This shit is sick. Like, seriously, Linda, I'm telling you. Stop looking. That's the first. If you're going to beat this thing, if you plan to still be in the running and fight for your family, even after everything I said, if you plan to still fight for your family, what you want to do, step one, shut the fuck up. That's number one. Shut your mouth, Linda. All right? This is a calculated individual you're dealing with, and the bitch he's dealing with is calculated. So you need to shut your mouth. You're digging a hole for yourself to fall into. Okay? So be quiet. That's number one. Number two, reach out to the Bella Dutch. You understand? BellaDutch247@gmail.com. Allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. Okay? As far as the advice cards, we got the three up here. We got the Page of Pentacles, the World, and the Seven of Swords. This represents a course of study. This could be simply, looking over your past, looking at everything that you've been through with this individual. And Spirit is saying to you, now listen very closely. This is what God is saying. You're not going to be able to use old tactics, your old manipulative ways, in order to get this relationship back, because your relationship with this person has reached a deadline, meaning that this shit is over. It's over because it's no longer productive. Okay? You got to see things the way God sees things, meaning that if you can't teach them or they can't teach you, there's no purpose for you two to be together. If you don't listen to your husband or wife and they don't listen to you, what the fuck are you together for? What do you actually miss? You don't trust one another. You don't teach one another. That's the way God sees it. That's why that World card is there. It's over. All right? But God is telling you, for the sake of losing your goddamn mind, all your old tactics, your immature ways. This is a page. The page doesn't know much. The page is like an adolescent going to school. All your old tactics that you once used on your ex are not going to work. It's over for that. So that's why it's important for you to shut your mouth and find you a doctor that can fix the situation. Allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com, BellaDutch247@gmail.com, okay? I love you so much. I hope you like this. Make sure you like, comment below. Let me know it was, all that you wanted it to be. All right? Give me the thumbs up. For the sake of time, I can't really go into it deeper. I really wanted to go into it deeper, but I feel like if I say any more, I get a lot of husbands and wives, okay? Like, that call me, live in the same fucking household, but one person will call me. And because of my strict confidentiality laws, I don't tell the other person that I was just working with your husband or I was just working with your wife. I don't do that, ever, okay? I don't do that. I don't disclose people's business, all right? People really need help. God trusts me with this kind of power. I can't abuse it. I will never abuse it for you, okay? Period. So, for the sake of that, and you don't want the next bitch knowing all your tricks. If I got up here and told y'all all the tricks, and your arch nemesis is on the line also looking at it, she can use everything I just told you to defeat you with it. Okay? Learn from Bella. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. If you don't know what you're doing, if Bella, I used all my old shit, he still ain't come home. He blocked me. He don't want nothing to do with me. What do I do? It's time to come sit in my chair. Until next time, I thank you so much. Make sure you travel on over there to allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. Well, that's an email. Make sure you travel on over to Allseeingeyetarot, my first channel on YouTube. Okay, come over there, see me. Make sure you subscribe. All right, because I'm coming with part 2 of the Deadliest Catch. That's important. As for this series, this is the This Could Be You series. And remember, you were thinking it, but I'm going to say it. Until next time.